Holy fuck. What? What do you mean? Why is it 1:41 a.m. for you? Are you like in the Ugandan city? My opinion, red chest those are just useless. You want to run the same double weapon, except that when yellow chest provides some better capacity. I disagree. I got a pretty good run with double hyper launchers, and that was fucking amazing. Literally was an amazing run. I disagree. It's not useless. Double bullets are also very good if you have the right ammo mutations. Double energy could also work if you have a lot of ammo mutations. And as I already explained, double explosive is fucking amazing if you have boiling veins. Ugh. That awful homestuck skin by Vriska. Ugh. Let's see, so it's Vriska against Colyatin. I can't remember if it was Colyatin with the Whoop 11 PB or not. It may have been someone else, but like, this should be an interesting match, because both of them are relatively good. Oh, Robot against Ice, okay, okay. Let's see, I mean, Robot against Ice, Robot should be winning, technically, because of the way better weapons, but we'll have to see. Oh, wait, Colyatin doesn't actually get a weapon chest, so he'll have to revolver his way to victory. Even missing a couple of shots is crucial right now, but he gets 2 aces on barely the last seconds. Colyatin took so much time deciding. What is this eye skin? It's a character from Homestuck. Vriska is like a fanboy of Homestuck, and I really don't like Homestuck at all, so. When I look at Homestuck, it just feels cringy to me, I don't know. And a lot of these mods are, skin mods are just, ugh. There is a Homestuck wheelchair character skin though, which is pretty epic. But besides that, the meme value is gone. Triple machine gun for Colyatin on the big dog fight, that's very nice. Ooh, okay. Colyatin does actually eat his weapons, which is very good. We have seen a lot of robot picks so far in this tournament, but most of the robots haven't been eating their weapons. Both marrow from both of the players. We can see that the only difference in their builds is just the first mutation, and Colyatin actually took impact risks, which I mean was actually a mistake, because he did end up getting the triple machine gun because of being robot. And honestly, I think like you could honestly prioritize Recycle Gland more on robot, because you are more likely to find the minigun or triple machine gun early on. I would honestly say prioritizing Recycle Gland on Robot is actually a good idea. He isn't really having any ammo problems, but still, I feel like taking the Recycle Gland earlier would have just been so good. Because then he would be able to spam with full down mode without any issues. Okay, Vriska enters the vault. Colyatin is already on Little Hunter though. Oh, but Colyatin found a cluster launcher. It's actually epic for him. Cluster Launcher is gonna be absolutely amazing against Little Hunter. Yeah, it just decimates him just like that. Without any issues at all. Vriska also does have a heavy crossbow with bow arrow, which is also very good against Hunter. Not as good as Cluster Launcher, obviously, but still extremely amazing. But Colyatin gets to the labs first, and he does have that impact resist advantage. He eats his Cluster Launcher and picks up the Splinter Gun. What is this man doing? Oh no. I almost can't tell if he did that intentionally or if that was just a mistake on his inputs. Because if he actually did that intentionally, that's really bad. He just ate his goal weapon. The weapon that should lead him to victory. He just ate it. And lost it just like that. He does still finish labs faster, but Vriska now has a super crossbow, which Colyatin doesn't have. Colyatin has relatively weapons at this point. And like, if only he just hadn't eaten his Cluster Launcher, that would have been super good for him. It would just decimate enemies. Nobody yet died to telefrag explosions and powers though. No. There was a death like that. In the early matches, someone actually died that way with a super bazooka. Okay, Risk also found an older shotgun. And he... Oh, he doesn't finish the level faster than Colyatin because he actually left some enemies. Oh no. He left a single enemy. Had to backtrack for it. He still does have a better setup than... Oh, but Colyatin found an Assault Slugger. Which is pretty good against powers. Risky is also having some ammo issues right now. Finds a crossbow to restore a lot of super crossbow's ammo. So thus far... Heavy assault rifle for Vriska as well. Okay, and Vriska finishes powers first and gets the throne. He skips the cursed chest. No, that's such a huge mistake. There could have been something absolutely insane. Colyatin got a Gatling bazooka there, and Colyatin isn't taking the Gatling bazooka. He even has veins. Gatling bazooka would have been so good, and Vriska could have also potentially gotten that same Gatling bazooka, one of the best weapons for the throne fight. And Colyatin skips it, and Vriska skips the chest, which could have potentially given him the same weapon. Insane mistakes by both of the players, especially by Colyatin, who actually did see that weapon. See, Vriska's situation is kind of justified, because he actually didn't know that there would be, potentially, a Gatling bazooka. But Colyatin even saw it, and he still didn't pick it up. He even had veins, and it can't even chain react anyway. Vriska does finish faster, ever so slightly faster. Insane. I have no words for this. The huge, insane mistakes. Wow. Oh no. Oh no. We have the... The skin is just so bad. It's just... so... bad. I don't even want to look at it. It's just so bad. Okay, so it's YV against Plant. YV and Plant, we see this matchup quite a lot. Both of them are almost on par, but YV has more mechanical speed. You have no... Yeah, this is so bad. I mean, so bad. Yeah, YV has technically more mechanical natural speed, while Plant, well, technically has actual natural speed because he moves faster. Plant can go faster than YV potentially if he gets Scary Face plus Thrown Butt, because that's half HP on all enemies. Oh, almost all enemies, assuming that you actually put the snare down every time. Which is a huge, insane speed up, even faster than some of the YV potential setups. But I don't know. Maybe we'll see YV win. Maybe we'll see Plant win. Vriska is just doing some weird shenanigans. Trying to horde swap the sword rifle. Okay, gets recycle land. Fair enough, fair enough. Vriska's skin doesn't even have an animation of walking. It's just overall such a bad skin of a bad comic. I don't know. Homestuck is probably not actually bad, but from what I've seen of it, I largely so hated. Let's see. Colyatin. Actually, no, they are on par mostly. Actually, Vriska does finish the Crystal Caves faster, but he did have to backtrack. Whoa, Vriska skips Trigger Fingers on YV and goes for Patience. Not even skipping Gamma Guts, I think, was that? He skips two very good mutations, especially Trigger Fingers on YV, which is an essential mutation for a good YV speedrun. And he skips it just like that for Patience to get something better. Colyatin also skips it. I mean, to be fair, they don't have any weapons that benefit from Trigger Fingers yet, but they could be finding something absolutely amazing later on. And if they do actually find something and don't get Trigger Fingers once again, they're gonna really regret it. Colyatin almost dies to snowballs. Oh, there's a throne butt! Whoa. Okay, that's actually huge. So Colyatin will now be getting a throne, but he explodes himself on an unusually big explosion of a car because of NTT. Oh no. Oh, Colyatin is now having issues entering Oasis. YV Thronebot can actually be very fast on speedruns depending on your setup and weapons. And especially if you had Trigger Fingers, which Vriska does not have. Colyatin continues to be having a lot of issues trying to enter that Oasis. While Vriska is already... Did I say it? While Vriska is already on Little Hunter, repping that sort of missing like 90% of those shots. Okay, now he got him cornered and one-shots him just like that. Very good. Yeah, if he had Trigger Fingers right now for that sort of Brab, that would have actually been pretty good. But again, he skipped Trigger Fingers. Though he did skip Trigger Fingers for Thronebot to begin with, so like it's mostly fine. But I feel like just having the Trigger Fingers to begin with would have been better than having the Thronebot without Trigger Fingers. It's weird. I would feel like just being able to pop and then being able to pop once again or just shoot faster would have been better than being able to do a quadra shot that you will have to wait ages for to restore. Gets a Flammenwerfer just to shoot down the labs. What is he doing? He just leaves those oh no, he just leaves those enemies like that and goes for the weapon chest. He could have just been done with the level if he gone back and finished them and then gone for the weapon chest. Wait a second! Wait a second! Colyatin is taking Recycle Gland instead of Thronebot? Was that me? Did I see Thronebot there or was that just me? Because I think he just took Recycle Gland instead of Thronebot. It seems like there is a Thronebot in the second pick. Whoa. If it's actually not me being insane, then that's a huge mistake. Oh yeah, there is Thronebot. And he's taken Recycle Gland instead of Thronebot. And Vriska as well. Vriska could have gotten Thronebot and then Trigger Fingers instead of the Patience Thronebot. Like... What? Colyatin could have just taken Thronebot instead of Recycle Gland and then gotten Trigger Fingers on the third pick. It's just a lot of bad decision making, really. No other way to explain it. Vriska, however, is already on the throne fight with a very safe setup. Tournament participators feel like Darkest Dungeon characters. What? Vriska is making such a stupid mistake right now. I mean, if he is stream sniping, then he knows that he is literally already at the guaranteed win. But if he doesn't know that he's the guaranteed win, doing that, just typing out such a long message is a huge time waste. Especially considering that he could have gone to the throne, activated it, and in the time of the activation, he could have just typed it. What did Vriska say? He said like, oh really, you're giving me a lightning cannon for a throne? Like, bruh. He's angry that it gave him a shit weapon. Okay, so he's also making another mistake once again. While it was the beginning of the fight, what he should have done is just grab the auto shotgun up close to the throne to get maximum damage and then finished him with the heavy machine gun. Oh, he doesn't even have a sit. He doesn't even have a sit sprite. What a what a bad skin. But he wins this round just like that. Okay. Way safer. Okay. He actually knows that he died. Alright. So Vriska is actually stream sniping. Okay. I can't tell if he's listening to Neonomi's stream or mine. Vriska, are you gay? Say yes or no. I think he's probably listening to Neo's stream. Okay, so it's steroids against fish. It seems like Vriska might be deciding to nail down the opponent just like that. Going straight for a steroid instead of going for the safe picks. Because he already got 2 wins and I feel like he probably feels pretty confident about his skills against this opponent. So that might be why he's going steroids. Just to nail down the last points. So I think I still would have left steroids for the last round. Yeah, Vriska still hasn't used plant, I'm pretty sure. His first character was ice. His first character was actually ice, so he still has plant to go right now. I would have just gone plant and then saved steroids for the last round. But then again, this is a very opinionated decision. And it's totally not wrong to go steroids right now. Yeah, people skipping jungle. I mean, jungle is honestly somewhat risky, because if you get a very bad jungle, especially with the wrong weapons, jungle can honestly take you longer time than just clearing out 5-2 and 5-1, but it could also literally just lead you to death, which is even worse. Whoa, so far very different mutation choices. We have Rabbit Paw and Buck Muscle on Colyatin, while we have Rhinoskin and Bloodlust on Vriska, but Colyatin dies in the Crystal Caves. So Vriska is now somewhat ahead, not a huge lead. He can definitely take it. Colyatin can definitely take it back, even though it's steroids. And honestly, dying very early against steroids is very painful, because steroids, if it's a good player, steroids will just continue to nail down his lead more and more, while Colyatin will have a hard time catching up unless Vriska actually dies. So dying for Colyatin there was a very bad thing to do. Vriska finds a heavy crossbow, which is very good. Very good for Frozen City and especially Little Hunter. Just kills Little Hunter very easily. And very safely. Vriska is already getting to 5-2, while Colyatin is actually taking different mutations now. He's going for a Laser Brain. Laser Brain instead of Rabbit Paw. Honestly, it's a faster pick. It is definitely a faster pick. He might be going for more damage now. Okay, so Vriska now has strong spirit. Okay, auto shotgun. Oh, okay. Vriska almost did a fatal mistake right now. He almost went for Recycle Grind instead of Steroids Thronebot, which would have been a grave, fatal mistake for him. And taking Thronebot is right now for his weapons especially is pretty good. Let's see how he does. He's already on the little hunter fight, actually. Considering his weapon setup, it should be a rather safe fight. It's just a couple of nails, and just like that, little hunter is dead. Heavy crossbow is so good against little hunter. It's just super safe and super good. Colyatin is on 5-1, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 5-1, I think. So he is technically already almost 3 levels behind. Yep, 3 levels behind than Vriska right now. Vriska actually doesn't get the last chest of Frozen City, which could have contained something way better than the heavy crossbow. In fact, it's not even the heavy crossbow. Well, it is technically the heavy crossbow right now that is doing him a lot of bad things. It's making it harder to get auto shotgun ammo for him, because the auto shotgun regenerates heavy crossbow ammo so fast with the thrown butt. And he doesn't even have both marrow or trigger fingers or stress to actually shoot down the heavy crossbow for it to be effective and actually go down in ammo. Okay, curse chest. There's a heavy grenade launcher. What? Vriska doesn't take the heavy grenade launcher, but this is a thrown run, and he doesn't take the heavy grenade launcher instead of his auto shotgun, which is completely garbage right now in comparison to the heavy grenade launcher. The heavy grenade launcher does a flawlessly amazing job of clearing the palace itself, and it's also way better than the auto shotgun for thrown 1. So, and especially with combination of heavy crossbow, it would have been very good actually for clearing the palace. So, not taking the heavy grenade launcher there was a very big mistake for Vriska. It's gonna make him go much slower. That is not, though to be fair, Colyatin is far behind Vriska right now, so as long as Vriska plays safely, and Vriska does have the knowledge advantage because he is stream sniping. He knows where Colyatin is. He knows that he has the lead. But still, not taking that just felt like a wasted opportunity. Minigun in the last chest, okay. Minigun with heavy grenade launcher would have been pretty epic. But again, he just didn't take the right weapons. But again, not like it matters, because he will be winning this round anyway, with an extremely safe setup for him. Colyatin actually got a super crossbow. If Colyatin hadn't died, he could have come back, but the early death that he got was what made him lose in the end. Vriska just going for the safe and slow nail down of the throne with the heavy crossbow. That's what I meant, and he's not even pretending to not stream sniping, go for tons of safety instead of risk. I mean, why wouldn't they? I can't actually tell if Vriska is listening to my stream or if Neonomi is saying the exact same things as I am saying. He just said, why would I'm trying to survive, why would I need the heavy grenade launcher? But there was no risk whatsoever in taking that heavy grenade launcher. There was no real danger in taking the heavy grenade launcher. It would one-shot all of the Guardians. The only thing he could have died to heavy grenade launcher with is a telefrag by one of the Guardians, and as long as you're not a trash player, that's not gonna happen to you. A good player will realize and actually shoot on timings and make sure to not get sniped like that. So there was no danger in taking that heavy grenade at all, even though, yeah, obviously he knew he was gonna win, and he even BM'd, kind of, you could say. So, I don't know. He's just not doing the right decisions, and he's making up bad excuses for those bad decisions. Was this still thrown? Yeah, it was. First 3 rounds are to throne, 4th and 5th rounds are to captain, 6th and 7th rounds are to all bosses. Both of the players take impact risks. I couldn't really see what was in the actual picks, I wasn't paying attention, sadly. Killing all of those enemies with the revolver instead of the slugger, taking his precious time. Let's see, he doesn't even go for the hot swap. Ah, that's gonna waste him so much time. Colyatin kills Big Dog way faster. I can't tell if he actually hot swap. But Colyatin did finish Big Dog so much faster than Vriska did. And is now already in Crystal Caves, clearing them slowly. And yeah. Actually, Leo, I kind of understand your frustration. I guess it's frustration, I don't know. I kind of understand your frustration right now about not even pretending to not be stream sniping. Cause see, in my run, in my match, yesterday was it? Or was it 2 days ago? Yeah, it was 2 days ago. In my match, even though I was stream sniping, I knew that I was having the lead. At some point, I kind of just stopped stream sniping and I decided to go for the fastest runs I could pull out in those seeds without dying. And even though when I looked over at my opponent and I saw that they were actually behind me, I still decided to go faster, because if I just played super safe, it wouldn't be interesting for the players, for the opponent. It would just feel bad for everyone, honestly, especially me. So I kind of understand it now. I feel like stream sniping should be a thing that will make you assured that you are leading right now. And it shouldn't be a thing that should tell you, okay, play super slow now. It should be kind of the thing that boosts your morale and makes you more motivated or more confident in your skill, that's the word. It shouldn't be a cheesy way to just know how to get a free win. I feel like that's the thing. And Vriska, and the way Vriska is utilizing stream sniping is exactly doing the cheesy wins. Even typing out during the throne fight, just BMing the player, really. BMing his opponent. He isn't specifically saying anything bad towards his opponent, but he is still just showing that he is ahead, that he knows that he is ahead as well. It's just... it's kind of bad-mannered, honestly. Perhaps all Vriska cares about is just winning, which honestly I can totally understand and appreciate as well. Winning is, after all, the most important thing, but for me personally, one of the most important things in this tournament for me is to try and put out a good run. So people would be able to call me a good player, and a good speedrunner, I guess, although I'm not a good speedrunner by any means. And I mean, it paid off. A lot of people are saying that I'm gonna win. Vriska already finishes the real Hunter fight because he actually got that Assault Slugger, but Colyatin finished the fight way faster, and he's also YV. He has an auto shotgun and Assault Slugger right now, so significantly better weapons than the Bouncer shotgun on Vriska's side. So we'll see. Colyatin already has a huge lead, and let's see if he will continue to make the lead bigger. The Vriska is already on the labs, and Colyatin is taking a sweet time in those corridor labs. Okay. It's a pretty safe loadout for Colyatin right now, and Colyatin also, as well as Vriska, honestly, they both have impact wrists with scary face, which is very nice. Whoa, Vriska just paused just like that. I honestly cannot tell if he was actually pausing there to stream snipe. That is so BS. If he actually paused there just to look over the stream, that's so BS. And honestly, the time he was right now is well deserved. I would almost call it karma, honestly. Colyatin actually found a Splinter pistol, which is gonna be huge for him. He does have both Marrow and Scary Face to actually make that Splinter pistol relatively actually pretty good. So he will actually have a much safer time clearing the desert compared to the weapon he had before. Vriska, however, is currently rocking the exact same build as Colyatin, but Colyatin continues to pull ahead. Colyatin is already on the throne fight. We can see that this is the first round of this match where Colyatin is single-handedly just going farther ahead of Vriska. Their mutation choices, though, however, are exactly the same. It's cap or bosses? It's captain right now, because Vriska already won 3 rounds, and 4th and 5th rounds are captain. Fish can get further with guitar power. You're right, you're right. Especially if he gets trigger fingers right now after this throne fight, that could be very good. But then again, if they are very close up, which they aren't, Colyatin is already quite significantly ahead. He's already nailing down the generators and fighting Throne 1. As long as he gets to the captain faster, he should be winning compared to the fish guitar. Even though the fish guitar can make the captain fight a lot faster because he can reflect the boss fully, which does insane amount of damage, but getting faster to the captain should be the deciding point for Colyatin right now. And Colyatin is already on Throne 2. Finds trigger fingers, but Vriska actually dies to the Throne 1 fight. Somehow, he actually dies to Throne 1. In a very safe setup, honestly. I mean, it wasn't that scary for him. And Colyatin takes this win very confidently. Will we see if Colyatin actually comes back or not? Okay, so it's Crystal again. Oh, Colyatin with the early death. Crystal against Ice. And Vriska doesn't get the Oasis because he takes too much time and doesn't go for the multi-hits. It's Crystal against Ice. Crystal is technically slower against Ice, but it is much safer for Captain. Though, that said though, Ice is also equally, I would say, almost as safe for Captain as Crystal. Though Crystal, yeah, I would say Crystal is safer for Captain than Ice. Because the telekinesis is very good, but it can also create some dash problems with Captain. If Captain dashes and you accidentally telekinesis her into yourself. But both of these characters are very, very safe. However, Ice both has the safety and a ever so slight speed advantage due to being able to group enemies better. Group enemies better, get them to yourself closer, faster, and all of that stuff. It should be a bit easier for Ice in this round. Ooh, last wish from Vriska. That's pretty epic. It's on previous tournament. Crystal entered the Oasis and used lightning. Yes. On the last tournament, there was a person who on loop actually got to Oasis because of Crystal Throne Bot and used the lightning cannon and accidentally killed themselves. It was quite glorious indeed. Quite a what? Wait. I don't quite understand what Vriska is doing. I mean, he even picked up Last Wish for presumably jungle, but he doesn't have any good weapons for jungle at all. Which game was that? It was Nuclear Throne. I don't remember what players it was. Sorry, I don't remember what players they were. I can't remember off the top of my head. Wait, does Last Wish actually make seed variants? I didn't see. Anyway, both of them have pretty much the same loadouts, except Vriska now has a useless mutation slot. Or better to say a wasted mutation slot, because he took Last Wish, which he could not utilize at all. And Colyatin now has Impact Wrist instead of that Last Wish, and Impact Wrist with Carrier Face are gonna be pretty nice to enter the headquarters easier. Vriska also dies against the snowballs and dogs trying to enter the vault. He even types in easy. Just BMing himself. So Colyatin is now farther ahead. And is also already on the Little Hunter fight. I don't think Colyatin realizes that you need to kind of get Little Hunter's attention first. Okay, there we go. He does do it. I mean, so far, Colyatin is actually coming back. Ooh, but Colyatin skips the double flame shotgun. Very interesting. I think going double shells right now would be actually a very safe decision for Colyatin, despite all of the odds. Going double shells right now would be a great pick, and he does go for double shells. Nice. Colyatin realizes his potential build, and he goes for double shells, especially with Buck Muscle. He should be fine ammo-wise. He listened to you? Perhaps. I don't think he's listening, but he actually does the right decision. Vriska is now in a very situation. Okay, never mind. He already killed the big dog. But he had a lot of rockets to deal with just a wrench, so that wasn't good. Okay, Vriska fixes his bad decision and actually goes for impact wrists this time instead of last wish he will not be able to even utilize. So that's nice. Yep, auto crossbow on Colyatin's side, especially with impact wrists and scary face, that's gonna be absolutely great for him. For entering the captain headquarters and even killing captain himself, auto crossbow is honestly pretty good. Not the fastest weapon, but it's very good for sure. And if he finds a bot marrow as well, that's gonna be even better for him. Finds a plasma rifle. Yeah, I would say plasma rifle is better than double flame. I would probably take plasma rifle here, but it's not like it matters that much, frankly. Oh, he even gets bot marrow. Wow, nice. Nice. Even gets the bot marrow. Heavy auto crossbow is faster for captain kill. Yeah, it is. Heavy auto crossbow does way more DPS than the normal auto crossbow. If I'm not mistaken, heavy auto crossbow even does more DPS than ultra crossbow. Ultra crossbow does, like, if I'm not mistaken, it does either slightly less or slightly, ever so slightly more DPS than heavy crossbow. Heavy auto crossbow, sorry. Yeah, U crossbow has less damage per shot than heavy auto crossbow, but I think it has slightly more DPS because it shoots faster. Yeah, heavy auto melts any boss, especially on whip 1. However, Colyatin does get a super slugger. Super slugger is honestly very good right now for him. For the throne kill, even for desert. Well, though he doesn't need it for desert because he has a bot marrow autocrossy. He isn't using his telekinesis. Did he forget that he has eyes? Is he forgetting that he has eyes? Okay, he finally starts to realize that he needs to use it. Anyway, that super slugger is actually pretty good for him. If he actually gets eagle eyes right now, I would say go for the eagle eyes, because super slugger eagle eyes would be pretty good for captain. Wait, what? He waits for his last weapon? Is he actually gonna keep the double flame? What? No, don't keep the double flame. That's a mistake. Oh no. Perhaps he actually takes it to hot swap. He is, okay. But is he gonna keep the super slugger in the end or not? It doesn't seem like it. It actually doesn't seem like he's gonna keep the super slugger. And I would honestly completely say that taking the super slugger there would have definitely been way better. Because he already has the auto crossbow with impact wrists and bolt marrow. Scary face, just a very fat setup for clearing the level itself. So what he would have needed right now is taking the better boss weapon instead of the double flame shotgun, and his double flame shotgun realistically is useless to him right now, because all he's going to be using for clearing is his auto crossbow, and his double flame is not really going to be that useful at all. Just taking the super slugger for the captain fight would have honestly been better. Vriska is already getting to Palace, however he's just so far behind Colyatin. Colyatin is already getting to the second level headquarters. Gonna be killing Captain very soon. Unless he dies, but it's very unlikely. Very, very unlikely. Holy shit, people so lucky on not getting spotted with bans in NTT. Oh yes, but actually no. Okay, Colyatin gets to the captain fight. Also has stress for the auto crossbow if he actually gets hit. So that damage up he will get from stress is going to be nice for him. But it seems like he's not going to go for any stress procs, which honestly, justified completely. Going for stress procs on captain is definitely not the safest idea. And it's not a necessary thing to do anyway, so he can just do this fight safely. He does actually take some damage, but he finishes very easily so. And sits and takes this round, doing a comeback right now. So Colyatin is actually coming back against Vriska, the dirty BM stream sniper. Yeah, with not that bad of a time either. He actually... Don't call it a comeback? I will. I mean, if he actually continues to come back like this is gonna be epic for him. Because so far we have seen that Colyatin have actually been playing way better than Vriska. And without stream sniping. At least, well, we don't know if he is stream sniping or not, but at least he isn't being so open about it. So that's really cool. Yeah, Vriska can definitely, absolutely. He still has a chance to win. But so does Colyatin. Colyatin has a chance to come back right now. He is doing it. Ooh, Colyatin almost dies on the maggots. Vriska oh, Vriska accidentally explodes himself on the maggot. Oh no. Okay, Colyatin actually does enter the Oasis. He doesn't take the grenade launcher, which is pretty interesting. Double revolver on steroids is kind of more comfortable to run than a grenade launcher, but grenade launcher is technically faster. Like, if you actually take it and you utilize it well, it is faster than the double revolvers. Oh, and there's a pop gun for him, which is also pretty nice. He does take stress. Very fast mutation too. Especially for double bullets, that's gonna be very good. He finds a triple machine gun as well, but yeah, he actually doesn't do the epic dodges and gets killed by a crow. He saw the laser from a sniper going down at him, and he thought that he needed to dodge the sniper, but he didn't realize he was covered in crow bullets. So he actually dies, and Vriska now has a very slight advantage. Colyatin, however, can easily take down the advantage, but he actually chain reactions himself on the big bandit spawn. Oh no. Yeah, this is an absolute awful desert seed. It's absolutely horrible. Let's see, Vriska also gets the triple machine gun. Does not die. Important to know that he does not die. Okay. Give me a second, I'll charge my phone. Colyatin once again continues to have issues entering the Oasis. However, so did Vriska. I mean, both of them had issues entering the Oasis. So, what's important in this seed is, as soon as you enter the Oasis, you are not allowed to die. Because if you are going to die, then you are going to die more, potentially. Because of the hard Oasis entrance. Vriska is now already in Frozen City. Unlike Colyatin, who had a lot of issues entering Oasis. However, so did Vriska in the beginning, so it's kind of... I mean, you can't blame him. the triple automatic revolver. Okay, Colyatin goes pop gun and triple machine gun, which is very fat, super ammo heavy loadout. He will definitely, most certainly die if he doesn't get any glands or thrown butt. What? He goes for trigger fingers instead of scary face right now? Super questionable. Especially with this weapon setup, and I don't know. It's just very questionable. Mutation X10 speedrun tourney? That's boring. The meta will just be getting gamma guts and that's it. Ooh, Vriska is on the Little Hunter fight and loses spirit against a barrage of Little Hunter shots. Guts are banned? Okay, it's just get scary face and win, because everyone will die in one shot. And then you just get something spammy. Okay, Vriska does actually kill Little Hunter. Barely survives the fight after losing the spirit so badly. Colyatin is also clearing Frozen City right now. However, he has much worse weapons right now because of being steroids and not being able to utilize the triple machine gun well because of his low accuracy. Yeah, double machine gun is very sad. He does have stress to make up for the low DPS of these two weapons, but it's not very good. Doesn't enter the vault. It seems like he's going to be going for the full clear. Checks out the chest and it has a Flammenwerfer. Probably not gonna take that, yeah. Vriska takes patience because that set was mostly full of garbage from what I saw, so makes sense he gone for that. Laser Brain on Colyatin's side. Oh. Oh. Was there a Laser Brain for Vriska? Not sure. Actually, Laser Brain... No, Laser Brain couldn't have been behind triggers. Ooh, Colyatin goes straight for Little Hunter and loses spirit. Being denied by Little Hunter and goes very low on ammo. Barely finishes Little Hunter, super close to being dead. Vriska, please. Colyatin exploded himself, not was spirit, and got stress procs. I don't think it was intentional. I frankly do not think it was. Vriska does actually get the Laser Brain now. Laser Brain's carry face with laser rifle is pretty good, but not amazing. Not amazing by any means. Gets a bunch of garbage in that chest, but he actually takes the eraser, which I mean is honestly fine. The eraser is pretty good for clearing palace, especially with the one taps on Guardians and such. Okay. Oh, that's a mistake-a-roni. He took Bloodlust instead of Impact Wrist. See, if he's just going to be going for Anomaly, and he isn't going to pick a Crown of Luck, which, I mean, I expect him not to take Crown of Luck. If he just goes straight up Anomaly, Impact Wrist would have been a far, far better pick there, because Impact Wrist's Scary Face Anomaly is huge, but he ended up taking Bloodlust, which is... See, Bloodlust would have been justified if he went for Crown of Luck. Because Bloodlust makes managing Crown of Luck far, far easier, but he actually probably is not gonna go for it. Colyatin gets Cluster launcher, but doesn't take it actually. He decides to continue with the lightning weapon. Oof. Can't blame him for safety though, that's also true. That's totally true, I mean. But I almost feel... See, look at these weapons. I almost feel like taking the Impact Wrists would have actually been the safer thing to do, considering how much easier it would make clearing desert with these weapons. He doesn't have bad weapons by any means, but if he had Impact Wrists clearing the desert, especially considering he has Scary Face, I feel like it would have been even easier than having Bloodlust for health safety. That's the thing though. He's already clearing Throne while Colyatin is clearing 7-2. Colyatin really needs to check out what that chest has, and it has a grenade rifle, which is also pretty good. Decides to not take it for safety measures. Vriska goes for long arms. What? Wait, what? What? Wait, what was in that pick? I didn't see. Was there Impact Wrist? Because if there was Impact Wrist, that would have been the objectively better pick. He loses spirit against 2 balls. Oh no. Let's see, I mean. It would be very interesting if he dies, but we're probably not gonna see a death. Yeah, he survives the fight. I don't know what was in that pick. I didn't see actually. I would need to... Oh no, Colyatin walks in straight into a bullet. Oh no, he overestimated his character speed, and as he was going for the next generator, he just tagged that bullet into his face. Oh no. He still has time. He didn't die after the timer has run out. Oh yeah, Vriska is in loop. Wait, is this timer for the 5 minute thing? Oh, no, it's probably not. Hmm. Technically, Colyatin should be given 5 minutes, I think, or not. I don't know. I don't know the rules of this tournament well enough. Gets a super sprint. Oh, Colyatin dies once again. Colyatin is gonna be having a lot of issues with entering Oasis once again. And that will probably be the sealing card for Vriska right now. As long as Vriska just continues to stay alive, frankly, he could just even wait until Colyatin dies after the timer has run out. Though it's not guaranteed, obviously. Oh my god, Super Bazooka. Vriska runs out of ammo. His setup is really not the best for managing ammo right now, and I feel like there was definitely something better instead of that long arms pick. I didn't see the mutations, but just I saw a glimpse of them, and I saw some purple things, and I feel like there was impact risk maybe. Oh, Colyatin went 1-2 for aces. That's actually big brain as fuck. Oh wait, he didn't get. No, he seems like it seems like he's going to be full clearing, not even going to aces. If that's the case, then he lost. Oh my god, Vriska, please just play. He's saying if I die, he will have only 5 minutes to catch me up. But he won't be able to do that even on steroids. Fair point. But he is still on his last run right now. Barrel broke aces, oof. Thinks of suicide. He's probably thinking of the same strat I just talked about a minute ago, but he shouldn't go for it. That would be that if he actually does suicide just for the faster win, yada yada. If he does that, that would be straight up bad manners. That would actually be awful. I wouldn't. If I was the owner of this tournament, I would honestly go as far as to fucking disqualify that person, because going for such fucking sleazy strats would be stupid. I don't like that. Yeah, he's definitely not going to go for suicide. Like, if you are so far ahead, just go and continue. Just try to finish the run. But I don't think Vriska was actually talking about the suicide strat. I'm pretty sure he was just saying that Colyatin won't be able to catch up, so it's his win anyway, blah blah blah. Yeah, Colyatin didn't go to aces, so Vriska pretty much has a free win at this point. Ooh, his auto flame gets reflected by the shielder, and he goes down to 1 HP without strong spirit. And goes very low in ammo as well. Oh, and dies against the frogs shot. Oof. Yeah, also we can take a moment to appreciate that Vriska has a full method build, except the only thing he is lacking is Polito. Besides that, he has a perfect method build. Colyatin has 5 minutes to catch up, which is realistically impossible. So at this point, we're just waiting for Colyatin to lose this match. This is so sad. This is actually so sad. My hands. Oof. And this will actually be the last match for today. So Vriska wins this match and advances further on in the losers bracket. He will be fighting against, let's see, who won? I think Vanzanati won. So Vriska is going to be fighting against Vanzanati actually. So that should be somewhat interesting. I'll straight up assume, I'm gonna say that I hope Vanzanati wins. I hope there will be an end put to Vriska's misdoings. Why he also kills Mom in that time, yeah, it's... I don't know, Neo should just end this, because I feel like this is honestly cruel. This is cruel to Colyatin. It would be just better to tell him that, alright man, you're lost. If Colyatin went Van on 1-1 to fasten the way to 1-3 would be epic. So like, whoa. Entering the van on 1-1, leaving the headquarters appearing on 1-3? Is that what you mean? Then killing bandits very... Ooh. I never thought about that. That's actually epic. Yo. But then again, yeah... Wait, does it actually work like that? Would it actually put you on 1-3? That's actually a sick idea. I mean, if you get lucky in the headquarters and you don't get cancer response, then it's totally... Yeah, I mean, I could test it, but if that's actually how it works, that's actually a potential very nice chunk of time saved. But then again, you could be very unlucky on headquarters and not get good spawns. Okay, Vriska wins this match. Unfortunately for Colyatin. GG to Vriska. GG to Colyatin. Colyatin, you did well. I almost want to say you did better. But oh well. GG to Vriska. And he advances in this losers bracket. Oh, in all bosses you need... Yeah, okay, fuck. I forgot about that. So, in the last case scenario, the worst case scenario, you could go for that strat to just go and win by distance, is what you're